You know what else has a demon baby face on it? For about 3 frames. Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie. There are 2 things in this that were scary-ish, sort of. There's things they actually constructed as scares. There's 2 of them. The rest of the movie is just not scary at all.
I think the cupcake made a jump at the camera that one time.
Yes.
And that was trying to be scary.
When they're in the dream world and then Mike is like, hello child, and then the child turns around and then like it's a character from the games and it has like blood coming out of its eyes. That's like the only thing. It's like, wow, that was supposed to be a scare. This movie was not good.
Extremely forgettable.
Yeah. It wasn't...
It wasn't painful. It certainly tried.
I guess.
I can pat it on the head because it tried.
I like the animatronics a lot.
Absolutely.
The puppets look good.
I said that multiple times during our viewing.
Yeah, the puppets look good.
Really freaking good.
The performances from the lead and from Matthew Lillard are like fine, but like there's just
nothing there. Why is he spending 5 nights there? There's no explanation.
So it's weird because the reception to this has been really weird. Whereas like there's people doing the like, wow, look, the fans wanted it to be so serious, but actually the kids were acting like kids. And it's like, no, actually, it's just dumb. Because this doesn't even make sense from a lore perspective.
The little girl goes in there and it's like, wow, look at all my friends. And they do a dancing number. And it's like, what the fuck? She should be dead right now. This should be spooky.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't know what it wants to be. Sometimes it wants to be spooky, and other times it's like, wow, look at the fun animatronics. This is so much fun.
Yeah, it definitely reeks of like a billion rewrites, and it went through development hell for 10 years. Because like, there's the 2 major, I guess, vibes of it. I think are both interesting. Where like dream logic of like what Mike is going through with like his. Like fucking narcolepsy, where you sleep during the day, like him falling asleep and having nightmares that go back to repressed childhood memories. So like that stuff's like interesting in a vacuum.
Yeah, it's fine.
But also, it doesn't make sense.
It's been beat to hell, and you need to do something new.
Yes, but like my thing when I was watching it was like, this isn't really made for the fans either. Like the lore nuts, because Purple Guy, William Afton, the big bad. He didn't kidnap that kid in the pizzeria, so it doesn't fucking make any sense, because why did that kid get randomly abducted in the middle of the woods? That's not what this character does at all. Like, when the big bad guy is getting murdered in the spring lock, so when they do the thing, and it's like, wow, the thing is happening, he says the line, he does the thing, and it's like, this doesn't make any sense in this context. Like, it's trying to be fan service, but it doesn't match the context, where it's like, I always come back. From what? You haven't died yet! Like, that's the thing in the games, is he dies a lot, and then constantly doesn't actually die. Whereas, in the movie, he just dies. And then they're clearly setting up sequel bait. Like, it doesn't work from, like, a casual viewing, like, I'm a normal person perspective.
Which is where I'm coming from.
And it doesn't work from, like, I know all the hyper-obscure lore. Neither
Which is mostly where you're coming from.
Yeah, neither one of them work. And that's my bigger problem. Yes. I would have been okay with either one of those 2 things.
Right.
But neither one of them work, because, like, 85% of the movie doesn't take place in the pizzeria. And none of it's... like, they don't even address that he kidnapped kids in the pizzeria.
No.
Like, if you have any
there's a shot where one animatronic has human teeth in it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even evolve from that. It's just like, what the fuck is that? And it doesn't really do anything, if I remember right.
Yeah, like, nothing... There's a couple of sequences of, like, basically saw traps. And, like, those don't make sense either, because it's just dumb. Because, like, even from the little that you know, like, the big bad in this series, who you probably know very little about, but you know that children get abducted at the pizza place. Yes. You know that, because that's the basis of everything.
Right.
Nobody gets abducted at the pizza place in this thing. They show it in the credits, but they don't show it in the movie. And it's like... They even show the animatronics leaving the pizzeria, and it's like, they don't do that. Nope. That's the horror of the first couple games before they kind of went to shit, is like, you have to understand the rules that the animatronics follow because they're animatronics. They have programming. They are demon possessed, but like they still follow rules. Like that's the horror of the game is like, how does this work? How does this work? Oh shit. Like if you, hypothetically, you go into the bathroom at the pizzeria, they're not following you in there because they're not programmed to go in the bathrooms.
They would see an incredible pee-pee.
Incredible lack of a PP, but yeah. Like, but they wouldn't follow you in there because they're not programmed to go in there. Like, that's part of the appeal of it. It's very rules-based.
Programming.
It's interesting as a gameplay mechanic, but when it comes to this movie, it's like, are they scary? I don't know. Are they powerful? I don't know. Is the bad guy bad? I don't know.
Yeah, they just do whatever.
Like, scene to scene. Like,
that's what made Willy's Wonderland better than this is because, one, there's gore, but two, it follows a set of rules. The rules are dumb, and especially Nicolas Cage's character's rules are dumb, and that's what bothered me about that movie, but at least there's structure. Whereas this is just like, sometimes they murder, and sometimes they dance. Yeah. And there's no logic to it.
No. Even the handful of smaller things that I think are kind of interesting, that are like kind of original to the movie, just don't go anywhere, so they're not appealing to me at all. Like, it's just really disappointing on that front, because like it's not, maybe if all the boys got together, we got some drinks, maybe it's fun to watch as a group, maybe to shit on, but like it's just unengaging, and that's kind of lame, because I think there's enough talent on display for at least some parts of it that they could have done something with this. Like, it feels sloppy, because like when the bad guy, Mr. William Afton, gets in the Golden Bonnie suit, and he's in the bad guy suit, but it kills him. This is 101 shit to the first game. You don't die when you're in the suit because randomly the machine just eats you. It's because you're a person and you don't belong in the suit. So the machinery kills you. Like, it's not an exoskeleton. Like, there's a moment he backhands Mike into a wall and it's like, whoa, he's so strong. The suits aren't fucking mechas.
Right.
They're just costumes, but if the animatronic, like the rig on the inside is in it, then they're kind of strong because it's like indestructible. But like, it just makes no fucking sense, like logistically. Like that's also part of the horror of the original games. Is like they're gonna put you in the suit, not because like they want to kill you, but because they think you're an animatronic that needs to go inside a costume, and then the machinery will like crush you to death. That's way more scary than like, I don't know, the big bear. Like, come on, what the fuck?
You'll float too.
Yeah, seriously. So fucking stupid.
Yes.
This is not the worst thing I've seen this year.
No, not by a long shot.
It's definitely much worse.
Yeah.
But like, what the...
Yeah, I won't watch this again, though.
No, I will watch Willy's Wonderland more than I'll watch this. By a little bit. Well, I know you're not going to go back to it. I forced you to watch that.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
That movie was what I expected out of this one, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there'll be a cool kill or something. No, nothing.
No, not really.
The animatronics looked really freaking good. That's it.
Yeah. I do have a pet theory that the younger sister is like heavily autistic coded because the community of Five Nights at Freddy's is heavily autistic coded.
Yeah. Because
that's what it is in reality. That is my pet theory, is like that was intentional. But like, it'd be the only intentional thing in this entire movie. It's like, wow, look at the fan base. You guys are all like autistic children. It's really dumb.
Yep. And that's the show.
It's on par with Sonic and Sonic 2.
I'd rewatch one of those because it's easier to meme.